Hi ladies, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am so excited to talk to you today because I have some very specific strategies I want to share. If you're feeling like, okay, summer is here, it is around the corner, I want to be ready for all the vacay fits, but I've got some time to figure out how to change my body until then, few months, okay, then you're in the right place. I went to a wellness pool party last weekend and it was so much fun, but it also just being there reminded me of like how many women in the community of wellness and fitness really love the energy but are still feeling stuck. I had a few gals tell me like I almost didn't come because I just didn't feel bikini ready, but then I just said F it and I'm here. But it doesn't change how they felt. I'm so proud of them for showing up anyways, but it just made me think like, here's why some of the women I talk to anyway are still feeling stuck, even though they are consistent, they're working out, and I want to dive into those strategies today. But before then, let me tell you about this wellness pool party because it was a vibe.
Well, first of all, this wellness pool party had no bar, so I was already intrigued, and there were just so many things to do. We started with the HIIT class, we did an acro yoga class, which I was like not prepared for in terms of the acro part. There was a cold plunge, a dance class, so many fun activities. I just can't wait for the next.
So that was a lot of fun, and I definitely plan on going to more in the future. So getting back to how to train for your body to actually change, the first thing I really want you to think about is effort versus intensity. Because even though you might be sweating, it doesn't mean that that is the level of intensity your body's actually requiring. So first, let me break down the difference. Effort is how hard it feels, right? So are you out of breath? Is your heart rate up? Does it feel like you're putting in the work? Which is a good thing. Are you sweating? Where intensity is how hard it feels for the muscle. How close are you to failure? How heavy is the weight you're pushing relatively to your body weight? How much is the muscle actually working? For example, lighter weight, fast reps and a burn is higher effort, but it's lower intensity. Whereas your heavy RDLs, which are a slow and very controlled movement, is going to be a greater intensity specifically for your muscle. You could feel like you're dying and still not be giving your muscles a reason to grow. So if your goal is to change your body, build muscle, get toned, right, that lean physique, you need more intensity, not just effort. But I really think a beautiful combo of the two is where you're going to feel good after the workout. Like, yes, if you want to feel like a little bit of that sweaty glow, just remember it's not the end all be all. That's fantastic. But remember the level of intensity you're actually putting into the muscle. It must be there in order for your body to change. Now, even if you are training, these are the mistakes that most women make when it comes to progressively overloading. Mistake number one, doing the same weight every single week. Okay girl, I'm calling you out. If you've been using the same 20-pound dumbbells for months, it's time to bump it up. Now, I'm not saying bump it up every single workout, but you really want to be strategic, and that's something that I coach in my fitness different programs, whether it's for doing a reverse diet or if it's for, I call it shred and thrive, if we're focusing on building muscle and leaning out. We've got to use that strategy to specifically go up in weight. And the problem with using the same weights every single, just for months, is your body is already adapted. So that's going to completely stall you. And it's not going to give your body a reason to change. So you need to gradually increase either the reps, the weight, the tempo. That control over time is going to be key. Mistake number two, stopping too far from failure. So again, I'm gonna call you out, girl. You rock the weight when it starts to burn, not when it actually gets hard. And this is a problem because you're not reaching true stimulus and you're leaving results on the table. So you should be 1 to 3 reps away from failure on every single set. And a lot of times it doesn't even take 4, 5, 6 sets, right, to get there. If you're using that strategy on set number 1, you're gonna get so much more out of every single workout. Mistake number 3, prioritizing variety over progression. So maybe you're the girl who's going to new classes every single week, doing random workouts every single day, kind of trying to find something new to do and try and stick to all the time, that, my friend, is holding you back. You're not able to track your progress. You're not really able to see like where and how you're getting better, what might be holding you back. And so you don't really have any measurable progress. I want you to fix this by repeating your lifts long enough to get stronger at them. And depending on your coach or the phase you're in, it could be 4 weeks, could be 6 weeks. I think at max, I've seen some go up to 8 weeks. I like to keep my clients in that 4 to 6 week range. I think it's such a great way to give yourself enough time to figure out how you're progressing and getting that data that we need without getting bored, right? So just make sure you're being repetitive and that you're actually tracking down where you are so you can really see how much stronger you're getting. And mistake number 4, it's if you have bad form, which is giving you no tension. So maybe you're moving the weight, but you're not actually loading the muscle. So I want you to slow it down, control it, and actually feel that mind to muscle connection and feel that muscle moving. So all of this comes down to one thing. Your body only changes when you give it a reason to. Effort might make you feel so accomplished at the end of the workout. At the end of the day, it's that intensity that's going to be the game-changing factor. So if you've been working out and not seeing results, it's probably not your consistency, but it could be your strategy. So I want to take you to the gym. I'm training legs today, and one of the most common questions I get asked is about RDL form. I think it's such a good, one of my favorite exercises to do to shape our glutes and hamstrings, what we call in bodybuilding the glute and hamstring tie-in. I actually had a couple of girls this week reach out to me asking to just watch videos and check out their form, and it inspired me to perhaps bring back my How to RDL series on Instagram. So let's get into the gym and dive in.
Hey, busy baddies. I'm bringing back my How to RDL series. So today we're using dumbbells. First thing, foot placement is hip width apart with a slight bend in the knees. Now listen, this is a hinge, not a squat. So imagine a table coming straight for your belly button. Core tight, push your hips back like you're hitting a wall. Don't look at yourself in the mirror. Keep your gaze slightly down in front of you, your chin slightly tucked, and keep those dumbbells close to your legs the entire time. I'll show you full speed with weight. This is all glutes and hammies, baby.
Thanks so much for joining me today, ladies. I appreciate you stepping into our gym girl office to really figure out what it's going to take to change your body. We've got a few months left till summer, so it is not too late. Don't lose that momentum. If you're looking for some strategic ways to 3x your habits, check out my last video here. But until then, I'll be seeing you guys in the gym and on IG. If you really enjoyed today's episode, please don't forget to tap in, hit subscribe, like this video, and if you want to share it with someone to help and be on the journey with you, let's do it together, girls. I'll see you next time.